So guys, welcome back once again. As we all know that it's a very painful thing to hear Nnamdi Kanu sentenced to life imprisonment. This is not looking good enough. How would they sentence a man to life imprisonment for just coming out to say no, he wants the betterment of his people? They should stop all the evil acts that they are doing. They sentence him to life imprisonment. You can now see exactly what I've been telling you, that Tinubu and his government does not want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Despite everything, they keep bringing out several terrorism-related charges. And this is why other countries, are now in support and demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu as soon as possible. Because they are not in support of this, and they are not happy about the ongoing genocidal killings in Nigeria. Yet they keep detaining Nnamdi Kanu, and now they've decided to take him out of the court and now send him to Sokoto prison and sentence him to life imprisonment. This is what Omotosho did. He had to sentence Nnamdi Kanu, a peaceful man, just coming out to plead for his people. They've sentenced him to life imprisonment. Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released. They cannot, and all these people, they cannot go scot-free for treating Nnamdi Kanu in such way. Now, without wasting much of your time, there is one video I want you guys to watch. Watch this particular video that will be displayed on your screen because it's a must watch. And when we are back, we will definitely continue.
My people, this is Sokoto. I've been in this town for since 2 days now. Today is the 23rd day of November. I came to see Nnamdi Kanu. I have been with him since yesterday, so we have been discussing. So he's in Sokoto Correctional Center here, and what we are asking now is this: somebody whose appeal is in Abuja, and they're putting him in Sokoto, and if you want to file some processes, would the federal government made a private jet available for him to take him to Abuja. After filing his process, they take him back. So that is another issue that is giving us concern, because the place of jurisdiction where he's going to do his appeal is in Abuja, and it's on record that all the filings that he has been doing it by himself in Court of Appeal Abuja Division. So there are some things that he needed to file there, including affidavit. He cannot do it. Everybody is frustrated. We are handicapped. So we are now looking for the next line of action on what to do. But meanwhile, at least for the first time, I have seen him. He's to confirm that he's in a Sokoto prison here. So I will be leaving to Abuja now. Then thereafter, I will keep you people updated. Thanks and God bless you. Well done.
But right now, what we are faced with, or what everybody should be concerned about, is the post-judgment regime. Nnamdi Kanu still retains his constitutional right to fair hearing under Section 36 of the Constitution. That constitutional right is going to be expressed before the Court of Appeal. Or perhaps there could be some post-judgment maneuvers that could be made before the High Court. But for now, it is well known to the whole world and to the court, the High Court, and to everybody else who is a stakeholder in this case, that Nnamdi Kanu has no legal counsel. So as I speak, he still represents himself. But see, after the sentencing, I was surprised, and I think everybody else who was monitoring this case was surprised that he was plucked from Abuja and taken all the way to Sokoto, which is in the northernmost part of northwest Nigeria. So you begin to ask, how can he effectively prosecute his appeal, or even take the initial steps towards initiating his appeal? Initiating an appeal is not an easy thing to do. He has to file a notice of appeal. He has to request for the transcripts of the record of proceedings before the High Court, pay for them, review them, and do all sorts of things, all sorts of activities that will now play out before the Court of Appeal. And these things require his personal, physical presence to get these things accomplished, unless he hires a lawyer And up to this point, he hasn't indicated that he's going to hire any lawyer, or he has not made known to anybody that he has hired any lawyer. So you begin to wonder whether he will be able to prosecute this appeal from his prison location in Sokoto.
Welcome back once again. I believe we've all watched the video that was just displayed on your screen. Like I told you guys earlier on that you should be watching the video. Now, I made it 2 videos, and I know why I made it 2 videos. And on the first video, you can see Barrister Maxwell Opara, and in the second video, you can also see Special Counsel to Nnamdi Kanu and Lawyer Jimako saying almost the same thing, telling the public that Nnamdi Kanu will be making an appeal. He will be making an appeal soon in the Supreme Court in Abuja. So he will be leaving the Sokoto prison to go and make an appeal on his release. Like I told you guys, you have nothing to worry about. Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released. As other countries will want to intervene and ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. Because you cannot be leaving a free man, you cannot be keeping a free man in the jail. Meanwhile, other criminals are out there walking scot-free. Something needs to be done about this. Now, without wasting much of your time, let's get into full details so that we know exactly what happened. As you can see on your screen, Nnamdi Kanu rejects life sentence, calls for justice review, thanks supporters, brother Kanuta. Now, let's read. Kanuta Kanu, one of the brothers of the recently jailed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, tweeted on Sunday that Prince Emmanuel Kanu and Dr. Maxwell Opara had met with the IPOB leader at the Sokoto medium security prison. On Friday, President Bola Tinubu's government transferred Kanu from the Department of State Services facility in Abuja to a correctional center in Sokoto State. Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment on terrorism charges for declaring a sit-at-home order in the southeast, which the court ruled was enforced through threats and violence. The court also gave him concurrent sentences of 20 years and 5 years on other counts. The court cited international concerns over capital punishment in deciding against the death penalty. According to Kanuta, Kanu instructed him to inform the public that his conviction was without legal basis, noting that no individual can be convicted under a repealed law. He added that Kanu emphasized that his final written addresses, which was anchored on the principle of fair hearing, was denied. He further stated that the evidence relied upon by the court was neither included in the charge sheet nor formally presented as evidence against him. Additionally, Kanuta said Kanu raised concerns over the court's reliance on struck-out charges from Justice Binta Nyoko, describing it as a significant issue. Upon reviewing the judgment, he identified numerous errors that undermined the validity of his trial. The tweet added, he added that Kanu urged well, meaning Nigerian justice, magistrates and lawyers to carefully examine the judgment and uphold the laws of the land and the Nigerian constitution. Kanuta said he questioned the disparity between the favorable rulings in Umuahia High Court, Enugu Appeal Court, United Nations, and Supreme Court, which stated that the laws under which he was charged are repealed and must be amended, yet were ignored. He commended individuals of good conscience who recognized the injustice and rejected it. I am Nnamdi Kanu who will reject injustice, unfairness, and evil against anybody, regardless of your tribe, faith, and ethnic. Injustice to Nnamdi Kanu is injustice to everywhere. I remain thankful for all your support, prayers, and your good thoughts. Elohim bless you all, he said. He added. So guys, this is exactly the full details of the meeting between Kanuta, Nnamdi Kanu's brother, went to the court to visit his brother. Upon going there, he came out openly on his X to say that press statement by Prince Emmanuel Kanu on behalf of the family of Nnamdi Kanu, Justice Omotosho's judgment was an ambush, a complete denial of fair hearing and an affront to the Constitution. The Kanu family issues this statement today with heavy heart but absolute clarity. What happened in the courtroom of Justice James Omotosho was not justice. It was an ambush. After months of legal argument, after submission citing Section 36-12 of the Constitution, Supreme Court authorities stating plainly that a repealed law is dead, the binding decision of the Supreme Court directing correction of Count 7, Justice Omotosho ignored every one of these constitutional and judicial commands and convicted Nnamdi Kanu on repealed and non-existent laws. This is unprecedented. This is unconstitutional. This is a direct violation of the right to fair hearing. 1. A judge cannot ambush an accused after hearing has closed. Once parties conclude arguments, the judge cannot on judgment day introduce a new legal theory, new statutes, or new grounds of conviction. Doing so without informing the accused or giving him a chance to be heard is the very definition of denial of fair hearing. What Justice Omotosho did exactly was that. He invoked a transition/savings clause, a clause that nobody argued, nobody raised, and nobody addressed, and used it to overturn the constitution itself. This is ambush jurisprudence. Yes, this is ambush jurisprudence. It is not a law. 2. A repealed law is dead. The Supreme Court has said so repeatedly. The Constitution is clear. No person shall be convicted unless the offence is denied in a written law in force at the time. Section 36 to 12, 1999 Constitution. The Supreme Court has repeated the same principle in case after case. A repealed statute is dead. A repealed statute cannot create an offence. A repealed statute cannot sustain a conviction. No judge, regardless of personal risk, can resurrect a dead law. Justice Omotosho acknowledged these authorities, then violated them. He did not only contradict the Constitution, he contradicted the Supreme Court, he contradicted binding precedents. He contradicted his own oath of office. 3. The transition savings clause does not apply. The case was not pending. Justice Omotosho attempted to evade a constitutional ban on repeal laws by invoking a savings clause. This is legally impossible. The savings clause applies only to matters pending at the time of repeal. Nnamdi Kanu's matters was not pending. The Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him. That decision terminated all charges. When the federal government filed fresh charges before Justice Omotosho, it was a new case, commencing de novo. A case that was terminated cannot be saved by a transition clause. The law cannot save what no longer existed. Justice Omotosho therefore applied the savings clause to a non-existent proceeding, which is a legal impossibility. 4. Is the judge saying that a non-derogable right can be derogated from? The right to be tried only under laws in force, be informed of the exact charge, and not be convicted under a repealed or non-existent law is part of the non-derogable minimum content of fair hearing under Section 36. No transition clause can be overridden. Section 36. No statute can override the Constitution. No judge can override the Supreme Court. Yet this judgment did all three. If Justice Omotosho's position is absolute, then a judge can convict on a judge can revive a dead law. A judge can contradict the Constitution by judicial improvisation. And worst of all, a non-derogable right can be derogated from. Such a proposition is legally absurd and constitutionally dangerous. 5. A family's position cannot stand. We state, without fear and without apology, Justice Omotosho's judgment is unlawful, unconstitutional, and void. Yes, what Nnamdi Kanu's brother is saying exactly nothing but the truth. Why would Justice Omotosho be using and standing on a repealed law and using it against Nnamdi Kanu? Justice Omotosho's judgment is unlawful, unconstitutional, and void. This is nothing but the truth. You have to accept it. And you can say Nnamdi Kanu even caused them before the court. He caused them, yes, and that cause will stand on them. Now get to the comment section. Let me have your thoughts on this. Like this video, share this video, always leave a free Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and turn on this notification bell so you won't be missing any training update about Nnamdi Kanu.